There is something nobody tells men when they gain weight. The conversation is always about appearance, about health risks, about blood sugar, blood pressure, and heart disease. All important, all real. But there is another consequence of excess weight that is rarely discussed, one that affects confidence, relationships, identity, and quality of life in ways that health statistics never capture. Excess weight may be silently damaging male sexual health. Not eventually. Not only at extreme levels of obesity, research increasingly shows that excess body fat is associated with hormonal disruption, impaired blood flow, and changes in sexual function, even in men who are only moderately overweight. And here is what makes this especially important. The same cellular mechanisms driving weight gain may also be driving testosterone decline and sexual dysfunction. These are not separate problems. They are often the same biological problem expressing itself in different ways. And that means the same foods that help support healthy fat metabolism may also help support hormonal and sexual health. Welcome to Cellfresco. One belief drives everything we do here. Every cell has a healing food. Most nutrition advice focuses on calories. We focus on cellular signals, because every food you eat is sending biological instructions to your cells. Some signals promote dysfunction, others promote repair. Today we are going inside the male body to explore what excess weight may be doing to sexual health at the cellular level, and the specific foods that research suggests may deliver healing signals to these pathways. Here is exactly what we will cover today. First, what the latest research tells us about excess weight and male sexual health. Second, 3 cellular problems that excess body fat may be creating. Third, 3 foods that may deliver healing signals to those pathways. Fourth, what to eliminate and why certain dietary inputs may worsen the same cellular mechanisms. And finally, a simple daily protocol you can start immediately. Now the story. Testosterone does not just exist in your body, it is produced through a precise cascade. Your brain signals your pituitary gland. Your pituitary releases luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone travels to the Leydig cells in your testes, and your Leydig cells convert cholesterol into testosterone through a series of enzymatic steps. In a lean, healthy body, this cascade functions smoothly. Testosterone levels are maintained. Sexual desire is present. Erectile function is supported. Energy and confidence follow. But research published across multiple major studies confirms that excess adipose tissue, excess fat, disrupts this cascade at multiple points simultaneously. And the more excess fat a man carries, particularly visceral fat around the abdomen, the more severely each disruption becomes. Cellular problem 1. Excess fat tissue may be converting your testosterone into estrogen. Fat tissue contains an enzyme called aromatase, and aromatase converts testosterone into estrogen. In lean men with small amounts of fat tissue, this conversion is minimal and manageable. But in men carrying excess weight, research confirms that the increased aromatase activity in enlarged fat cells creates a significant shift in the testosterone to estradiol ratio. Research from multiple institutions confirms that obesity is associated with reduced testosterone levels and altered testosterone to estradiol ratios due to increased aromatization in adipose tissue. The more fat tissue a man carries, the more aromatase is present, and the more testosterone is being converted to estrogen, rather than reaching the cells that need it. The result is a hormonal environment that progressively suppresses sexual desire, reduces morning erections, impairs erectile function, and affects mood and energy in ways that most men attribute to aging rather than to a reversible cellular process. And research confirms something encouraging. Weight loss is associated with improvement in sexual function and levels of sexual hormones in men with obesity, suggesting that the hormonal disruption is potentially reversible with the right intervention. Food 1. Pomegranate, the aromatase modulating signal. Pomegranate contains a group of compounds called L-argitanins, which the gut metabolizes into urolithins, and research suggests that these compounds may have an inhibitory effect on aromatase activity, the enzyme converting testosterone to estrogen in fat cells. Research published in multiple studies indicates that pomegranate consumption may be associated with improvements in testosterone levels and reductions in estrogen dominance markers. And the antioxidant activity of pomegranate polyphenols may help reduce the oxidative stress in fat cells that research suggests contributes to elevated aromatase expression. Pomegranate also contains nitric oxide precursors that research suggests may support blood vessel function, which connects to the second cellular problem below. Every glass of pomegranate juice may be delivering compounds that support the same enzyme responsible for the hormonal shift that excess weight has been driving. 1 glass of pure pomegranate juice or a cup of pomegranate seeds every day. Cellular problem 2. Excess weight is impairing blood flow to erectile tissue. Research from clinical trials confirms that obesity contributes to endothelial dysfunction, the impairment of the cells lining your blood vessels. Research from the Massachusetts Male Aging Study found that approximately 75% of men reporting erectile dysfunction are overweight or obese, and research suggests endothelial dysfunction is one of the primary mechanisms connecting excess weight to impaired erectile function. The endothelial cells lining your blood vessels, including those supplying your erectile tissue, produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes smooth muscle cells in blood vessel walls, allowing blood to flow freely. Research indicates that excess weight, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation associated with obesity may impair endothelial nitric oxide production, reducing blood flow to erectile tissue. Food 2. Dark leafy greens. The nitric oxide support signal. Dark leafy greens, particularly spinach, rocket, and Swiss chard, are among the richest dietary sources of inorganic nitrate. And research suggests that dietary nitrate from leafy greens may support nitric oxide production through a pathway that operates independently of the endothelial dysfunction associated with obesity. Dietary nitrate is converted by bacteria in the mouth to nitrite, which is then converted to nitric oxide in the body. Research indicates this pathway may help support vascular function even when endothelial nitric oxide production is impaired. Multiple studies suggest that dietary nitrate intake from vegetables may be associated with improved vascular function markers. Every handful of dark leafy greens may be supporting a nitric oxide pathway that helps maintain blood flow even when the primary vascular pathway has been impaired by excess weight. 2 large handfuls of dark leafy greens every single day. Cellular problem 3. Excess weight and elevated leptin may be suppressing the testosterone production signal. Research from Science Direct confirms that leptin receptor messenger RNA has been identified in Leydig cells, the very cells that produce testosterone in your testes. And research suggests that the elevated leptin levels associated with obesity may disrupt the gonadotropin-releasing process, contributing to reduced testosterone secretion. Research from multiple institutions indicates that elevated leptin in obesity may inhibit the release of gonadotropins, which are the hormones that signal your testes to produce testosterone, potentially contributing to a state researchers describe as functional hypergonadism in obese men. Food 3. Zinc-rich foods. The Leydig cell support signal. Zinc is one of the most extensively researched nutrients in relation to testosterone production. Research consistently indicates that zinc is a critical cofactor for the enzymatic processes within Leydig cells that convert cholesterol into testosterone, and research suggests that zinc may also help inhibit aromatase activity, potentially reducing the testosterone to estrogen conversion driven by excess fat tissue. Research published in multiple studies indicates that zinc deficiency is associated with reduced testosterone levels and that zinc supplementation in men with low zinc status may support testosterone levels. The richest dietary sources of highly bioavailable zinc are oysters, followed by red meat, pumpkin seeds, and legumes. Every serving of oysters may be delivering the cofactor that Leydig cells require for testosterone synthesis, while potentially supporting aromatase modulation at the same time. 6 oysters 3 times per week. If oysters are not available, a handful of pumpkin seeds every day. Now your daily protocol. 3 foods, 3 cellular signals. Every day, morning. 1 glass of pure pomegranate juice with breakfast. Your aromatase modulation and vascular support signal before your day begins. With any meal. 2 large handfuls of dark leafy greens. Spinach, rocket, or Swiss chard. In salads, cooked as a side or added to smoothies. Your nitric oxide support signal delivered with every meal. 3 times per week. 6 oysters as a starter or main. If oysters are unavailable, a handful of pumpkin seeds every day. Your Leydig cell support and testosterone synthesis signal. What to eliminate and why each one may worsen the cellular mechanisms above. Sugar and refined carbohydrates spike insulin, which research suggests may further suppress sex hormone-binding globulin, reducing the testosterone available to your cells. Alcohol research consistently associates with reduced testosterone levels and increased aromatase activity, potentially worsening both the conversion problem and the production problem simultaneously. Processed foods containing soy isoflavones in large quantities may have estrogen-like activity that research suggests could add to the estrogen dominance driven by aromatase. An excess caloric intake that maintains or increases visceral fat perpetuates the aromatase cycle that is the primary driver of the hormonal disruption. Now your action plan. 3 cellular problems, 3 foods, 3 signals, pomegranate every day, aromatase modulation and vascular support, dark leafy greens every day, nitric oxide pathway support and blood flow, oysters or pumpkin seeds every day, zinc for Leydig cell testosterone synthesis. Start tomorrow morning. Pomegranate juice with breakfast, greens with lunch, oysters this week. The connection between excess weight and male sexual health is real, researched and increasingly recognized, and the same cellular changes that allow your body to release excess weight are the same ones that research suggests may restore the hormonal and vascular function that excess weight has been impairing. If this video connected these two things in a way your doctor never has, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find this channel, and it means everything to us. Subscribe to Cellfresco. Every cell has a healing food, and every week we show you exactly which one. Keep healing, keep thriving.